What tip to hear? Because you mentioned also, it's generally in this region not about climate concerns. It's not about environmentalism in this region. It may be about environmental concerns on the consumer end.
And it's a different environmental reason because every one of these turbines is on some family's farm or ranch. Mm-hmm. And in a lot of cases here, the community's either 100 years old, right at it, or they're 125, mm-hmm. depending on the railroad that's helped them set up. Mm-hmm. And generally, someone owns it. It's the first or second owner of that land still owns it. Mm-hmm. Now, and so those families care deeply. It's multi-generation. So they've been, and they call themselves stewards of the land, mm-hmm. but they've been environmentalists in ways that, again, as you move toward, whether it's the suburbs and the eastern parts of metro Texas mm-hmm. or metro Great Plains, more toward the Mississippi, you end up with a distinction because in the wind regions, the western parts of all these states, mm-hmm. including Texas, you have people with 100% of the issue in the family. Mm-hmm. And by that I mean they own the land today, and they want to own it 200 years from now. So they got to make sure it sticks around. And they're on the school board. Their kids go to the schools. They're of the communities. They've got other relatives who need a job at a factory. I mean, and they're the environmentalists. I mean, they have to make 100% of decisions in the family. You move toward a metro area and people have the luxury of being, you know, I don't own any land. Mm-hmm. So I don't care about land, mm-hmm. but I like birds. Mm-hmm. And I know a lot about the whooping crane, and I care deeply that there's only, you know, like 150 mm-hmm. some odd in the flock. Mm-hmm. And I want them to be preserved. Mm-hmm. Never seen one, never been there, mm-hmm. don't go to school in that town that's not going to have a job. Right. But, you know, and obviously everybody's got to care about the species. Mm-hmm. But everybody else in the community has to care about that as part of 100 other things. Yeah, right. Exactly. No one gets, in towns like this, no one gets the luxury of just caring about a whooping crane. Correct. They can care about whooping cranes, but they can't. The vista. Yeah. In other words, everybody here cares about the vista. And these families, I mean, when you talk to them about the decision, they didn't say, well, heck, fire, give me some turbines. I mean, they took the offer, and they'd gather, I mean, some of them had the real story, they'd gather 3 generations on the back of the pickup truck, mm-hmm. you know, pull the pickup truck and sit out in the land that nobody's ever been on but their family mm-hmm. for 125 years and say, what would Grandpa think? And they talk about, well, you know, Grandpa always took me to that fishing hole. And now these other people are going to be around the fishing hole. And it's going to look different with these turbines. And then somebody else will say, yeah, but you and your kids aren't going to go to college. We're going to sell this land. Before you ever worry about fishing, we're going to sell it in 5 years if we don't do something. And they literally have that discussion out on that land, and then they go photograph it after they made that decision before the turbines show up, so they remember this is what it looked like.